That ain't no beer belly, that's a fuel tank for a whoop-ass machine. And I'm about to open up a can on your ass right now.
What's going on, you beer guzzling son bitches? You're back here with a beer hunter for another beer of the day. And today, we're going to be trying a suggestion that I received. And it's Bud Light Platinum. I don't know. Looking at the scores and shit, I have not had a Bud Light, Budweiser, or any of that since about 2004, 5, maybe 2005. So this is about 10 years in the making. This was a new beer that they introduced a couple years ago. 2011, I'm reading. Availability is year-round. Alcohol by volume is 6%, and yeah, it's Bud Light, man. So we're gonna do a bottoms up on this motherfucker in just a moment. 1,620 ratings on Beer Advocate. Give it an average score of 54 in the awful category, and the bros throw a 60 on it, giving it a poor rating. So, not expecting a whole hell of a lot from it. But let's see what it is by what it is. You know what I mean? It's a Bud Light. You gotta figure in the American adjunct lagers, beers, and let's see what it is. Let's see what it's about. Will it get me talking? Platinum. Now that reminds me of the 80s, 90s, early 2000s people when they sold records. Their albums would go platinum. Nowadays, does that even happen anymore? Nobody really buys them. I bet you BitTorrent motherfuckers do though. I bet you they should have a year-end bootleg awards. Who went platinum in the bootleg category? Who downloaded your shit illegally the most? That would be a nice little something new. Because really, who buys CDs anymore? Who buys even DVDs anymore? We just don't have the space for all of that media in our homes. So, but here we are, about to consume something, which we do consume a lot of media. It's just that content, we can't have the physical thing and hold it forever, like collection, DVD collectors. My stepfather collects DVDs. I don't know why. He has bookshelf after bookshelf after bookshelf full of DVDs. A bunch of them have never even been opened. Why? I don't fucking know. Not a clue. But let's pop the top on this son bitch and let's see what it's all about. Oh yeah. Well, let's give it a nice pour. Looks like water. 6%. Hey, here comes the gold. Real thick, foamy white head. You can smell it from back here. I got this shit. Arms extended all the way out almost. Very, very thick, foamy white head. Crystal clear, golden. If you've ever been to like a concert or the fair, when they're pouring the beer out of the tap, which they only carry like the major four, that's what it smells like. Almost like stale, stinky beer from old cans, sitting in a bag that you didn't rinse out because you were too lazy. That is the smell that I'm getting. Lots of corn too. If you ever, like, around here there's a lot of farms, and they get beer grain for the cows as a treat sometimes, and that's the smell. Old, stale, stanky ass beer. Anyway, that's about all I'm pouring in there. Bubbles left and right. Very light gold. It is a light beer, obviously. 6% alcohol. It's a light lager. Here we go. Bottoms up, boys and girls, and let me know if you tried this. I'm about to let you know what I think of it in just a moment. And I'll let you know about the smells. Hey, you know, the smell also reminds me of high school. Whatever beer you could get a hold of. Cheap shit. Oh, man. God damn, I bet you that was brewed the hard way. You Super Bowl commercial fanatics, I tell you. I'm not down in it because it's a Bud Light. I just don't like it. But then again, typically, we're gonna ride out for a little bit on this. Typically, more than 3 sips is what it takes to really analyze a beer. Sometimes, the second and third beer, 12 ounces each, you know, you're getting the 36 ounces, they start tasting all right, so. I mean, for a light beer, which is odd, a light beer being 6%, that's pretty goddamn high. It's not completely awful. I mean, it's hard if a manufacturer produced beer and it does its job. It has alcohol. It has the ingredients in there to be beer. Hey, that's a goddamn good job. You produce something and people are buying it. So, I mean, at least it's decent. So, I'm 54, man. That's just way too low for me to go. I don't agree that it's any higher than a 65. 65. You just passed because you made beer, and in my book, if you produce beer that's decent enough to be sold in the United States, hey, you just passed. But this does not taste that good. I've had worse. Obviously. But like Platinum, man. I don't know how or why it got the name Platinum. I suppose it does have like a silvery tint off the gold because it's so goddamn light. A lot of water. Alcoholic water with corn. Yeah, barely a 65. It has a little alcohol kick in the back. Very, very light. You could drink on this shit all day long, but the 6% in the end would kick your ass. And previous experiences, one of the only beers that ever really messed my stomach up back in the high school days was Bud Light. So like I've never really, that's why I've shied away from it. Like that was the beer that we used to get, and it just was as soon as I switched over, it's a weird thing, I switched over to Coors Light and instantly those weird stomach aches went away that I used to have the next day. So I don't know what they put in their beer, but hey, hopefully tomorrow I don't have a stomach ache. But there's not a lot of flavor at all. It's a lot of light beers with a lot more flavor than this. It's a very odd beer. For being 6%, and I don't know. I don't even remember what Bud Light tastes like, so I don't even remember if it's similar. I should have done a Bud Light first, but I just can't find myself buying one. I did this because a buddy at work was like, man, they're so good, you have to try a Bud Light Platinum to do in one of your videos. Here you go, bud. I don't know what you were thinking when you were drinking it. Maybe you were half in a bag when somebody bought you one at the bar and you were like, God damn, that's delicious. I gotta tell Rob about this shit. In the end, I guarantee after a few, of course it's gonna go down. And it does go down easy, but after a while, you're like, bam, 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 woo, I feel good, man, partying it up, having a good time, and I'm feeling it. Buzzed out over like 4 fucking beers. Yeah, 6%, 4 pints. You don't feel it, man. Other than that, I would suggest running out to buy one. I never will buy another one myself, but I needed to try it. I needed to see what it was all about. A lot of talk about it when it first came out, and it was like, whatever. So here it is, 2015, and I'm finally getting around to trying it 4 years after it was brought in, or 3.5, whatever it's been. And really not impressed at all. And I would suggest if I was to go with a light beer, what would be better? Personally, all day long, Keystone Light beats the hell out of this if you want to stay cheap. Miller Lite, Coors Light, and I know a lot of people are going to shit all over that I just said that, but the point is, though, Miller Lite's probably got the the most flavor out of the light beers for American adjunct lagers. So really, that's, I don't know if that's a fact or not, but to me personally, another light beer that's not bad. I don't know. Can't think of any others. But not bad. I have had a Sam Adams light once, and even that wasn't that good. It was like drinking a watered down Boston lager. Yeah, it just failed the mark there. But I mean, it was a light beer, so to put it in that classification, it's a light beer. So like I said, in the 65 Beer Hunter, that's the way it goes. And hey, anyway, some cool news coming up. Go to sonsofwrestling.com and click on the t-shirts if you want. Like, I'm a beer champ, the Beer Hunter shirt, the BCG for Beer Champ Golf. Those shirts are there, available, ready to go. I'm going to be introducing a few more that I got in the works, and there's going to be buy 3 get 1 free. Hell yeah, shirts are $19. Even if you only want one, it helps the channel out. I get a few bucks kickback from the sales from the t-shirts. And if you really like the show and you really want to contribute, go to patreon.com/Robin Kimball Brand. And you can contribute $1 or more, whatever you want. There's cool prizes too. The more you contribute, there's prizes, free shirts, free shout outs, and everybody gets a shout out. $1, doesn't matter, you get a shout out. And there's a pick beer of the day. You can do that, and you get shout outs with that also. So I'm going to come up with other cool stuff on there anyway. But if you can't do any of that, subscribe, hit thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the show. And thank you for jumping on board. Peace.